Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me today. Now I'm finally getting round today to doing my Fenty Beauty haul video. I'm going to do one look today and then one look tomorrow. Okay, so I got basically two eyeshadows, and these are a kind of new release. I'm not sure if they're limited edition, but before I get into that, I just want to say a big hello to Lottie in customer services in Boots. Hello Lottie, I promised I would say hello because they sent me the wrong items and it was missing a few items, and I had to ring customer services, and Lottie was so nice and she was asking me about the eyeliners which I'm about to review. So I told her to tune in when I finally do my review. So if you are watching, please comment underneath. I'd love to see you and say hello again. Okay, so let's get on with this. So I bought two palettes. Now these are the ones that I'm such a sucker for these kind of ideas from Fenty Beauty. I love them. These snap together. Now I thought they all snap together, but actually it's only two of them that snap together, which I suppose if you're travelling you don't want more than two, unless you're makeup obsessed like us. So they snap together, and the two new shades are this one in wine. You can see the colours there. I will show you inside in a minute. I'm teasing you. And then this one here, which is called Money, and it's all sort of green with a brown transition shade. All right. So then also what they brought out with these palettes was two, I think these are special edition, mascaras. So there's one green one, which is called Ivy League, and there is a maroon one called Full Frontal. I know Rebecca did a video of these and I had a look and she convinced me to buy. I love coloured mascaras. I used to love them in the 80s, but I do like these kind of toned down ones because I think they give a subtle definition to the eye. And I thought, okay, let's go the whole hog, because I do like Fenty Beauty eyeliners. And so I got one in green, and yes, one in kind of a purpley shimmer. Now they do two purples. I've already got the other purple and I'll show you that in a minute, but I've already swatched, because this is my second take, the two eyeliners here, so you will see that's what they look like. So a really nice forest green, and it's supposed to be a shimmery purple. It doesn't look that shimmery, but I'm going to show you the other two that I've got. So you've heard me talk a lot about Sheer Problem, which is a rose gold that I often put in my waterline, and this is the rose gold. Okay, but I also have another purple. What did I do? Oh, am I breaking things again? No. And I have this one, which is called Purpatrader, and this one is a matte purple, and I've used this a lot. I'll put this next to the other purple one so that you can see the difference. So it's a bit more blackened purple, as you can see. The Fenty eyeliners are really good. I'm not sure that they last that well. They definitely performed better when they were newer, my older ones. They just get a little bit crumbly, but they really last well, and especially this one in the waterline. So I definitely recommend them. So that's the four colours there, but these are the two that I've just bought. Okay, and then we have, let's show you the mascaras next. So this one is Full Frontal, the burgundy one, and I'm just going to show you the wand so you can see. Now I tried this on in my life. No, didn't really show up much on my lashes, but if I use one of those primers it probably would. But I think I might do the green look today anyway. Now the green one definitely shows up on my lashes. I don't want it to look really 80s stark, but I'd like it to be seen a little bit. And the maroon one didn't really show up that well because I've got quite dark lashes really. This one is the green one, and it's called Full Frontal, and that is this one. And as you can see, again, lovely, looks a bit like a Christmas tree, doesn't it, the wand? It does. I feel like I need to hang baubles off it. So that is, and I love this one, I really do. I'm considering getting another one before they stop selling it, because I really like that, and it really brings brown eyes out really well. And then we have the two palettes. So we have Money, which is the green one, which is the one I'm going to put on today. Here is Money. Now, they haven't had brilliant reviews. They're not really negative, but they're a bit so-so. But I do like the convenience of these, and I think they're not bad, to be honest. And they're just quite fun to have this size, a bit like the Charlotte Tilbury Charlotte Darling palette. I quite like smaller palettes rather than getting out great big palettes sometimes. They're just more handy to have. And then I shall swatch that for you. I'm going to put some photo swatches in between as well, but let me just show you these. So we have sort of golden yellow, then we have a kind of shimmery forest green, then we have a matte brown, which is good to use as a transition, then we have a matte khaki, sort of a bit lighter than khaki green, avocado green, how about that? Then we have another similar shade green, but in a shimmer shade. And then we have this very dark, almost blue green. It's got quite a bit of blue undertone to it. I love that. I really love that colour scheme. Okay, so that's the look I'm going to do today. But then let me just show you the other palette, which is called Wine. And this one has got your purples and your plums and everything else. So I'm just going to swatch those for you. So first of all, let me do it on this hand. We have the lightest shade, which is kind of it's a matte baby pink. Barely see it on my arm, but again, very good for blending in other colours. We have quite a dark purple. Then we have a matte brown, again good for transitioning. Quite a warm brown. Then we have an even darker, warmer brown, and this one's got a bit of shimmer to it. And then we have this sort of maroon colour, which reminds me a bit of the Maroon palette by Charlotte Tilbury. Looks a bit lighter on me. And then we have this sort of rose gold. We find a clean finger. Okay, but I'm going to do the green one today and use all the green stuff. And then tomorrow I will do a look using this maroon, this sort of maroony purple palette. Okay, so join me again tomorrow if you want to see this palette. But for now, I'm going to show you all the swatches of these products here. Okay, let's get on with this look, shall we? Now, my base is already done, as is my blush and my bronzer, and I'll put all the details of that in the description bar. And I'm just going to put a bit of this Tom Ford Emotion Proof concealer onto my eyelids because it is an excellent eye primer and will just help everything just look a bit more vibrant and stay on a bit longer. Also, I forgot to say that Fenty Beauty, these snap shadows have all got numbers. So the one that I'm using, the green one, is number 10, and the one I shall be using tomorrow, the maroon one, is number 9. Okay, so that's probably a bit easier to remember than the shade names. Okay, so let's go in with this green palette, and I'm going to go in with, I'm going to start by putting some of the brown in the socket, just to do a transition into the greens. Okay, I'm now going to go in with a bit of this matte green shade and just go slightly underneath where I've put the brown, just so we start to get used to the green. And I'm not worried if it goes over my mobile lid a bit, because it'll just act as a base under the more shimmery shades. Put a little bit more there in the corner. Okay, I'm just going to take this one here with my finger and dab it onto the mobile lid. I really find that dabbing it, a shimmer shade, on top of a concealer or a colour chameleon or something really a little bit sticky and tacky just works so well and so easy. But I rarely now use a flat brush on my mobile lid. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of this gold in the centre of the lid. Like so. Oops, wrong shade. That's because I dipped my finger in the wrong shade for a minute. Now the only thing about these is they don't really have a highlighter shade that you can use. But I'm not too worried about that because we've all got highlighters that we can use. Now I'm not going to do anything else yet. I'm probably going to build it up a little bit more intense in the corner with this dark green because it's a bit shimmery, but it doesn't really matter. But first of all, I'm going to go in with the green eyeliner. It's a non-sharpening one that you kind of just twist up. Now that's it. I remember that this one, I don't know whether it's just because it's been in a while, but I found I had to press a bit harder on this one than my other Fenty Beauty eyeliners. So I don't know whether it's just that it's been stored a long time where I purchased it from, or it's just that this colour is a bit stiffer. Sometimes different shades can vary in terms of the pigment that's in it. I just had to press a bit harder, and I'll take that underneath and then flick it up a little bit. Right, the other side, and I'll be right back. Okay, I haven't bothered too much about blending that line in because I then want to take this dark shadow, this dark sort of slightly shimmery bluey green, And I'm going to set my liner with a liner brush and go over that liner, because I think it just makes it look a little bit more interesting. And it also tidies up the liner. Because it's a bit more of a bluey green, it kind of brings out the brown eyes a bit more than a kind of khaki green. Now I'm just going to take a bit of that bluey green with a blending brush as well, just a tiny bit, tap it off, and I'm just going to take that up as well, just in the outer part, to tie it all in together. Okay, and then with a smudge brush, I'm just going to take this one here and I'm going to link up underneath by sort of overlapping and then taking this one further in, because it's going to be more eye brightening. You could actually put a bit of the gold. And then I'm going to just take a little bit of the gold, pop it in there and in there, and also just to link it up. As you can see, it doesn't look too stark, the gold. I think that's probably where people feel a bit let down, but actually it's fine over a sticky concealer. You can see it. Right, and then I'm going to go in with the mascara. So let's do that. I'll put on one coat in front of you all so that you can see it, and then I'll come back when both of them are done. So this is now the full frontal. I'm going to zoom in so you can see what it looks like on my lashes. So I can actually see that it doesn't look completely black, my lashes, but I'm going to put a couple of coats on and do both sides and my lower lashes, and I'll be right back. Okay, so there is the finished look. Now, if you don't feel like you want to go for the full colour mascara look, you don't feel brave enough, but you'd like to try it, there's two other things that you could do. Have a play around, but one thing is you can put the colour just on the tips of your lashes. So you've got black mascara and then you just add it onto the tips. That looks really nice. Or you can use it just on the lower lashes and put a green eyeliner, because it just then will accentuate the green eyeliner. So those are other ways of kind of using coloured mascaras. Now, with a green eye makeup, I always think that kind of, you know, with Charlotte's her original Rebel palette, which was quite green like this, she went for either something like Very Victoria or a red lip, and I think both work equally well. But I'm in the mood to put on my Lisa Eldridge red lipstick today, so that's what I'm going to do, and I'm just going to get that and I'll be right back. Okay, I bought Velvet Ribbon before she brought out the lip liner sets, so I'd love it when she brings them out separately, but in the meantime I have got this, because I've never really liked Charlotte's red lip liner. It always looks pink on me, but I'm going to use this one by YSL, and I'll put the details below, but it's One Le Rouge. And then the Lisa Eldridge lipstick in Velvet Ribbon. Now I'm missing some highlighter with this look, and I really want some highlighter. So I'll just get that to finish off the look, and then we're done. Okay, I'm going to use this Pat McGrath one in Champagne Gold. I so love this. It's so pretty. Okay, but I'm also going to wet the brush. So I feel that in need of some glow today. You don't have to, but I just want to intensify my highlighter a bit more. Isn't that pretty? And then I'm going to put some of that, because that gold didn't work that brilliantly. Just put some on top of that. And also just pop some under my brow, because I didn't have a highlighter in the palette. And that, ladies, is my look. Join me tomorrow when I will be doing a look using the purpley maroon palette called Plum. And thank you so much for joining me this Sunday, and I'll see you all very soon. Any questions, please leave them below. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Mwah.